Okay, Alex, guess what? It's time for registering for classes next year.
Oh no.
So, we're having a homeroom today so that you can learn how to do it. And you need to have 3 things with you. You need to have your curriculum guide, you need to have your transcript, and you need to have a registration sheet.
Okay.
Alright, and your registration sheets are color-coded by the grade. So seniors would have a pink one. Let's see, sophomores have a blue one, and juniors have a green one. So make sure you have the right one.
Awesome.
So let's get started.
Okay.
Where do you think we want to start?
Well, let's start with these. So what exactly am I going to do with this?
Okay, well that's a good question. Let's just look at the blue one. On one side of the registration sheet, it has a place for you to list all 8 courses, because you'll take 4 courses in the fall and 4 courses in the spring.
Okay.
So you have to list those courses on this side. On the other side, it lists all the courses that you might want to take.
Okay, yeah, I understand. On the back of this sheet, why does it say teacher signature?
Well, that's a good question. Some courses need approval by a teacher ahead of time, like yearbook needs approval by Ms. Clark, and internship needs approval by Ms. Turner. So that's why you have to have approval there. Then you just list the course right on the other line.
And my alternates are just classes that I might want to take if I can get into one of my electives, right?
Okay, yeah, so on this sheet you see that you've got your core classes, you have to take those: English, math, a science, a social studies. Then you have choices for electives. Those are just interest areas. But you can't be sure you're going to get all the classes you want, so you should list some alternates just in case.
Okay.
That's where the curriculum guide comes in, because if you don't know what you want to take, you can get all your questions answered here. It describes the courses, it describes the programs, and it describes all the electives. So one page I think everybody ought to look at is page 26. See that one?
Yeah. Okay, so this gives me everything that I would need for all 4 years. It lists everything out that I would want to take and gives me lots of choices on different kinds of electives that I can take.
Yeah, so I think everybody ought to turn to page 26 in the curriculum guide. And did you notice at the top in the green, these are all the classes that you have to graduate from high school. And it listed by 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th, and 12th. These are the ones you need to fill in. Those are the core courses that are listed right there.
Okay.
But for the electives, we've grouped them by your interest area. We call those academies, but really it's just all the electives that you would take in a group. For example, if you want to be a nurse or you're interested in health science, you would go to this row and you could take these electives going across, and you would finally lead up to taking nursing fundamentals and getting that certification.
Okay.
If you keep looking, on the next page it even lists other areas of interest. And then all the way over to page 28, it even lists AP and IB. So if you want all your courses focused in any particular area, just follow the map that's on 26, 27, and 28.
Okay, awesome. So we've talked a lot about IB, I know, but as far as AP, how does that work?
Okay, well that's a good question. Students in the 9th and 10th grade level can take classes at the standard level or the honors level, and the honors level is going to be more rigorous. But by your junior and senior year, if you want even more rigor, you could take advanced placement, which earns you college credit. It's a course taught at that level. You work through the course, and based on your score on the test at the end of the course, you would get college credit for it. You don't have to take all your courses at that level. You just take which ones you're interested in. So if you're interested in AP, you can look further back in the curriculum guide. It will list all the AP classes that you could take. And IB is really the same. It's just advanced courses. You can either take just electives during second period, or you could take the whole program. And that's also described back in the curriculum guide.
Okay, awesome. So going back to my sheets over here, if I wanted to find out more on, say, chorus or marching band or even French, then I would just turn back to the back and it would give me all I need to know on that particular course.
That's exactly right. So this is just a very quick listing of all the courses, but you'll get more detail on these courses listed in your curriculum guide. And then there are certain things you should know about specific courses, such as band, orchestra, and chorus are year-long. And there's just other details with all of them, but it is all spelled out in the book here.
Okay, awesome. So we've talked about our course selection sheets and the curriculum guide, but why on earth do I need my transcript?
Well, here's why. If you look at your transcript, you can see what scores you've made in previous classes. If you failed a class and it's a requirement for graduation, you need to register for it again because you don't want to come up short not having all the credits you need to graduate. The graduation requirements are spelled out here, but you need to look at your own transcript so you know, did you get all 4 maths for graduation? Have you gotten all 4 Englishes? Have you gotten all the social studies that you need? You can see that on your transcript. You can also see your grades to see, can you do honors? Do you think you can handle that level of work? And how many credits do you have? So you need to be responsible for looking at your grades on here and what courses you've already passed so you can figure out what you need to take. There's another thing on your transcript. If you look right there, it lists what you need for graduation. So it will tell you what courses are left that you have to take. It also shows your GPA. So there's a lot of good information on your transcript that you need to take a look at. It will help you pick your courses.
Okay. So say I get to my senior year and I'm ready to just take the classes I need and get out and I'm ready to graduate. Is there any way that I have to take all 4 classes each semester, or can I have a free period?
That's a good question. So seniors have to have at least 3 courses per semester, but seniors can have a shortened day. So that's a possibility only for seniors. They've earned that. Some seniors want to take TA, teacher assistant, as a credit, and they can do that, but senior athletes should not do that because the eligibility requirements for the Athletic Association require that students are enrolled in 4. So look through that. The curriculum guide also answers that, but seniors can have a shortened day. They can take teacher assistant. Some seniors choose to graduate early. If you have enough credits and can graduate early, that's fine too. But another thing we encourage students to do is to sign up for college level courses. If you're a senior and you've met all your requirements, at any time you could take an elective class at LR, you could take an elective class at CVCC. So there are lots of ways to get college credit before you leave high school. Through AP, through IB, through classes at LR or CVCC. So you have a lot of options there, and that again is spelled out in the curriculum guide.
Okay. So once I've finished everything and I've filled out as much as I can, what should I do with this sheet?
Okay, so once you've finished your registration, counselors will be setting up appointments next week to meet with all students. They're going to start with juniors. They'll set an appointment and they'll call you out of class. So you need to hold on to this, complete it, but don't lose it. And when your counselor calls you down, you need to go down for that appointment. They'll review the courses that you selected and make sure that you have all that you need, and they'll answer any questions that you might have at that time. So wait for your counselor to make an appointment.
If I have a question about taking a class or what a class really is and I just can't quite figure it out from the curriculum guide, if my counselor hasn't called me down yet, is there anyone that I'll be able to talk to in advance that'll give me some answers?
That's good. Okay, here's what we're going to do. The counselors and the administrators are going to be in the mall during lunches all week next week to answer questions about registration. So we can talk to you about AP classes, IB classes, what electives to choose, or anything else. So find an administrator or a counselor at lunch. Another thing you can do is review it with your parents. You really need to do that. And if they have questions, we're going to have a session for parents Tuesday night, February 25th at 6 o'clock in the mall. You could come to that too, but we'll have all kinds of information for parents about registration that night.
Okay, awesome.
Can you think of anything else?
I don't think so. I think That's about all that I had questions for registration.
Okay, well, if you have questions, find me at lunch.
Okay.
All right, thanks.